Last week, United Stationers held its vision show at the Venetian in Las Vegas. OPI spoke to CEO Cody Phipps about how United plans to take on the challenges facing the industry.
We heard a lot about seismic change in the presentation and the general session yesterday and this morning. What do you think are the most significant seismic changes affecting the US office products industry?
Yeah, I think, as I outlined in my talk, the biggest things for me are coming to the realization that digitization of the office is real. It's a trend. It's going to be here, and it is going to affect demand, the demand environment for office products. I think that's got to be one of the big ones. I think the shift to online and what that means from a transparency standpoint and commoditization of these products. And finally, Amazon supply and others coming into our space. I think those are the three that stand out for me. And taken en masse, it's pretty scary, but when you think about what's always made the independents successful, it's that entrepreneurial spirit, that adaptability, that flexibility. I think we see ways out of this, but it's time to see things as they are and plan forward.
I was at Carol O'Hearn's research presentation yesterday, very informative. I'm wondering, do you have any idea of the rate of change, the pace of change that we can expect for the decline of traditional office products?
The only thing I can tell you, I think it's anybody's looking at a crystal ball here. We did do some analysis of that, and I showed those charts that show the exponential growth of cloud storage and the exponential drop in the cost of that, and that was over a 5-year period. I can tell you how we think about it internally. We're looking at this as, even internally what we did this year, instead of having a 5-year long-range plan, we moved it to 3. So we think these changes are going to happen probably faster than they have in the past, and we're basing that looking at other industries and what's taking place. So we're kind of looking at this as a kind of a 3-year time window. It's anybody's guess how fast these changes will occur, but the big one, the big changes that we don't know the timing of, but we think are very relevant, are the digitization of the office, and this other one is this demographic shift. I've heard experts who've studied that say that the change in that workforce and the change in that buyer, the future buyer, that millennial that's coming into the workforce, that's going to happen probably more rapidly than we think. All companies should have a multi-generational team inside their organization, so when they're looking to plot their future initiatives, they should have a multi-generational team that's looking at that from the different angles and different perspectives.
We've seen the news recently that Amazon will be installing lockers in Staples stores. It's a very interesting development. They're both customers of yours. Amazon, of course, are competitors, as are Staples to your independent reseller customers. A very confusing situation. What's your personal view on that particular piece of news?
It's very new news. I'm not sure I know what to make of it yet. I do know we're trying to figure out where all those players are going. Staples has been a great partner to us, and one of the things they've always been good at is they stay close to their competition, they stay close to their customers, so I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's a move on their part to understand where Amazon's going.
OPI will take a look at the changing role of wholesalers in the December issue of the magazine.